Have you ever been called stubborn and silenced for it? Or maybe you've carried anger, frustration, or sadness, but couldn't quite explain where it came from. What if I told you it might be a form of bullying you never recognized? Hi, I'm Reshma, and welcome back to Reshma's Transformative Insights, where we explore healing, self-awareness, and the deep emotional truths that set us free. And if you're new here, welcome. Today, I want to talk about hidden bullying and the kind we don't often name, especially when it comes from people closest to us. When we think of bullying, we often picture childhood scenes at school, name-calling, teasing, being left out. But bullying isn't just a playground problem. It's any repeated behavior where someone uses power, control, or emotional manipulation to silence or hurt another. It can look like sarcasm from a sibling, emotional intimidation from a parent, or even friends and cousins ganging up on you when you speak your truth. And when that happens over and over, especially in our formative years, it leaves behind more than just memories. It leaves scars. Last week, I shared that there are two kinds of stubbornness. One comes from the ego, the need to be right. The other comes from self-protection, the need to defend our voice, our boundaries, our truth. So often, children labeled stubborn were actually standing up for themselves, but got punished for it. They were told to sit down, be quiet, and respect their elders, even when those elders were emotionally hurting them. When adults don't listen, don't validate, and instead silence children, it becomes a form of emotional bullying. One of my clients came to me in her 50s, still carrying the emotional burden of being bullied at 13. She thought she had moved on, but underneath it all was this heavy sense of frustration and sadness that never left her. Through inner healing, we uncovered and released the trauma from her mind, body, and spirit. She felt like a weight had been lifted off her shoulders, but the story didn't end there. At 29, she had been ganged up on by her cousins, again silenced, shamed, and emotionally pushed aside. She never connected that experience to bullying until we dug deeper, and suddenly the pattern became clear. When we realize that bullying isn't always obvious, it can come from subtle forms, jokes, sarcasm, dismissals, control, especially from those we love. We begin to see the truth. That's when the healing starts. That's when we stop blaming ourselves and start reclaiming our voice. Awareness is powerful. It sets us free. Inner healing is not just about letting go. It's about understanding where the pain came from, how long you've carried it, and what beliefs it left behind. When we forgive, not for them, but for our own peace, we start to release the emotional knots in our body. We become lighter, clearer, more connected to our authentic self. And that's what happened with my client. She went from a neutral, frustrated state to a peaceful and calm presence, just by releasing what wasn't hers to carry. So I want to ask you today, have you ever experienced bullying that didn't look like bullying? Are there parts of your past that still feel heavy, unexplained, or unresolved? Let's start the conversation. Drop a comment below and share your story, or simply say, I'm ready to heal. You're not alone. You are seen, and you are worthy of peace. If this video spoke to you, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs this message. Remember, we grow, we heal, we rise together. I'll see you next week for another transformative insight. Until then, stay kind to yourself. Bye.